City of mine, how I love,
Hey babes, we are back at it again. Happy New Year's, everybody. I love you all so much. I hope everybody spent and had the best holidays next to your loved ones. This is the first video of 2024 and I literally sat here out of nowhere, put my lights, my camera on, and I was on the mood to create something girly, something pinky, wintery, cold. So let's do this. First of all, we need something on the lips, and I'm just gonna put a little something for now. So I'm gonna be using my Supernatural My Lips But Better lip liner. This is from One Size, and this is the shade Shy But Fly. And this is gonna be for now, so I'm just gonna apply very little, just to give my lips a little bit of definition while I create the makeup. Now I'm gonna apply a little bit of the Dior lip gloss on the shade 015 Cherry. And this is like the perfect combo. We're gonna start with the base, of course, foundation. And on the winter, baby, we be crusty and dusty and dry AF. So we're gonna be using something glowy, something hydrating. And what's better than the Tom Ford foundation? Do you got something better in mind? Because I don't think so. This is the Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiant Foundation. It got SPF 50 and I got mine on the shade 5.7 Dune. Hold up, remember that before you do your makeup, you have to prep your skin and you have to do 3 steps. Moisturizing cream, eye cream, and if you're going out and it's daytime, sunscreen. Baby, it's 2024, and if you weren't using SPF before, don't talk to me if you're not using sunscreen right now, okay? So now that you already prep your skin and you already did your 3 steps, now let's proceed and do our makeup. Tell me something about the shade match of this foundation. Look how good it looks in the back of my hand, and look how beautiful it looks on the skin. This foundation is gonna give your skin all the juice that it needs during the winter. Look at this. Look at that glow. Look at the hydration. Look at the luminosity. Chef kiss. Not for nothing, but that was only a little tiny drop. And look how stunning my skin looks with this foundation. This is with and without. I'm impressed of how natural and glowy and healthy my skin looks. Oh my gosh, I forgot how beautiful this foundation is. To be honest with you, I don't even need no more. Like, I would just leave it just like this. But we're gonna build it up. Before I apply foundation on the other side of the face, I'm gonna apply one more drop in the back of my hand so we can build it up really quick. You're not gonna get no more covers than this out of this foundation, but this baby, it's clearly giving me perfect skin. I mean, look how good it looks on my pore area. And all over, baby. Wow. We're gonna put the foundation to the side, and now we're gonna be doing a little bit of contour with this little Glam contour situation. This is the shade Soft Tan, and this is a super great shade. Like, look at this. This is gray, cool. I'm not gonna contour all the way with this, but one thing that I love to do with this product, especially when I'm not wearing any makeup, that I just wanna wear my bare skin, I love to grab it. And then I do like a tiny little dot right here where you have the hollows of your cheeks. You're gonna see it, like there's no way you're missing it. So you see where I have the shadow? Right there. I'm gonna apply one dot, just like that. Then I like to blend it with something like this brush, the BK Beauty 112. You see how it's tiny, it's angled. And all you have to do is just right on top of the little dot that you applied on your face, you're gonna grab your brush and you're gonna start tapping. Tap, right on top of the dot, right in place. Not up, not down. You want to just do this right on top of the dot. And doing this is gonna give you a super natural definition on the hollows of your cheeks that is just gonna look like your natural shadows. It's gonna look like you just lost 10 pounds in your face. I mean, look at this. Before, look how round and how not defined this side of the face looks compared to this one. And all I did was just one little tiny dot right on the hollows of my cheeks, blended it right in place, and you're done. Remember, you're only gonna apply a little bit, so it's gonna be super easy to blend. If you're the type that you really don't like to contour full on, you're gonna love to do your contour this way. You see? And then after this, you're gonna just go in with your regular cream bronzer and you're gonna give your face the extra warmth and everything is gonna look so much better. For cream bronzer, we're gonna be using the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream from Chanel, and this is the shade 392 Soleil Tan Medium Bronze. I'm gonna grab my 65 brush from Scott Barnes and I'm gonna just dig in here and saturate my brush really good. You're gonna start by applying the brush all the way in the back by your ear, and then you're gonna do the little pressing motions, bringing your brush down, but at the same time that your brush is going down, you're gonna push and press up. See? Just like that. I'll start right here. Then my brush starts going down, but at the same time, I'm pressing it up. And I only want to apply my bronzer right here on this area. I'm not gonna apply bronzer right here. I know that a lot of people be blending their bronzer here, and they also like to bring it right here on their forehead, but I don't recommend you to do that. I recommend you to keep the bronzer right on this area. The reason why is because number one, it's gonna give you more of a cleaner, younger, and a lifted effect. When you blend your bronzer all the way like this, it's gonna give you more of like a dull and dark appearance, if that make any sense. If you have a skinny face, you're gonna go straight down like I'm doing right here, and you're gonna kind of like cut your cheek in half like this. But if you have a round face like me, you're gonna blend it like this, but you're gonna start bringing it down a little bit right here. See how now you see that it's going down a bit? That's what you want to do if you have a round face. Then I picked up a little bit more and I'm applying it on my forehead. If you have a little forehead like mine, don't apply too much. If you have a large forehead, then apply a little bit more. Remember that the more bronzer you apply on your forehead, the smaller it's gonna look. And then I'm picking up a little bit more and I'm gonna apply right here going up, like right on the tip of my brow, right here. And only right here. This is gonna give you the lifting, like super snatch effect. Boom. A little bit more on the other side, right here. And a little bit more on my forehead. Same thing the other side of the cheek. Look how my cheek look before the bronzer and after the bronzer. You see how I'm taking my time, and every step that I'm doing, I'm making sure that I'm blending everything nicely, beautifully, and seamlessly into my skin. That's gonna be the way that everything is gonna come out looking seamlessly at the end of my makeup. Not me rushing and thinking that fuck it, if you know I mess up, I fix it at the end. No. And then now we're gonna apply cream bronzer before concealer always. Most of the times, because I'm not gonna tell you, hey, because it happened to me before a couple of times actually, and I get pretty aggravated when it happens. I forget sometimes to apply my blush before my concealer, and it's annoying. But try to remember, please, always, because your blush and your concealer, it's gonna look so much better if you end up applying blush before your concealer. I'm gonna be using the Makeup by Mario Cream Blush, and this is the shade Perfect Pink. I mean, hello. Hello, pink. Look how pretty this is. And I'm gonna be using the F1 brush, also from Makeup by Mario. This is the best brush for applying cream blush. The first place you're gonna place your brush is gonna be right on the apples of your cheeks, just like this. And then you're gonna start stippling your brush up towards your temples, just like that. And always, always do the little pressing motions for your foundation, for your creams, for your liquids. You don't wanna swipe, you don't wanna pull, no, you wanna press, press, press. Please. And because we applying blush before concealer, we're gonna go bananas, we're gonna go ham, and we're gonna apply a lot of blush. Because when we apply the concealer and we blend it out, all this blush is gonna come down and we're not gonna have that much color. So we kinda want the blush to peek through the most it can through the concealer. You're also gonna round off your blush right here around your eye, and then you're gonna apply whatever you have left on the brush right on the peak of your forehead. Always apply blush on the peak of your forehead, right here in this two area, also on your nose, and a little bit on your chin. That's gonna pull the whole look together. I'm picking up more blush. If your blush is not looking like a clown before you apply your concealer, then you're doing it wrong. And you always have to make sure that you're blending everything into your hairline. Even if we have to clean our hair with a little wipey after we're done, that's fine. That's better than you having a little cut right there, like, I don't know, looking weird by your hairline. This is exactly how much blush I want. Now I'm gonna apply it in the other side, and then I'm using whatever I have left on the brush, and I'm applying it right on the peak of my forehead. I'm picking up a little bit more for my chin. This blush, it's giving me pink life, I swear. Now we're gonna move on with concealer, and I'm gonna be using the Shade and Illuminate Concealer from Tom Ford, and I have mine on the shade 2W Beige. And I'm loving that I'm using the matching foundation with the matching concealer. I'm gonna apply a little bit right here, a little bit right here. On my forehead, on the bridge of my nose, the peak of my nose, my chin, and a little bit right in those two spots. I'm not gonna apply none on my lid because I'm gonna be using eye primer for my eyes. Now I'm gonna be blending my concealer with the Makeup by Mario concealer brush that I just saw before, and I don't know where it's at. Okay, here I have it. I'm gonna start by tapping, doing the little pressing motions first in the inner corner of my under eye. Boom, boom, boom. You have to make sure that you always blend your concealer down the side of your nose like this. And keep your concealer under your eyes, babe. Don't be bringing your concealer all the way down here. No. The most you're gonna bring your concealer down is gonna be right here. That's it. This concealer, it's so beautiful. Look. I love the way it makes my under eye looks. And the formulation of this concealer from Tom Ford, it is pure perfection if you have mature under eyes with a little bit more wrinkles, more dry under eyes. Before I blend my forehead, my chin, my nose, and the other spots, I'm gonna set my under eyes. And you guys know that I be telling you that no matter what brush I use to blend my concealer, I have to keep going back to the new concealer brush from Scott Barnes, which is this baby right here. The way that this concealer brush blends your concealer is just, I promise you, on another level. Like, you're gonna be obsessed. If you get this brush, I promise you that your concealer is going to depend on it. So I already have my concealer blended under my eyes. If I'm not using this one to blend it, which 9% of the times I do use it off the rip, but in case that I used another brush to do like the beginning blend, now I'm gonna use this brush to finish the blending. And I'm just gonna go right on top of everything, right here under my eye. If you get this brush, your concealer is going to depend on it. I promise you, it is so good. And then the way that this brush blends your concealer with your blush, you just have to like slap, slap, slap. And look at this. The perfect blend. Now I'm gonna be using my loose powder from Ami Colette. Of course, this is the best powder. You guys already know. I'm hoping that you guys are hounding this powder down. Be on the lookout. It is always out of stock, but it keeps coming back in and off. So just make sure that you be on point, because this powder right here from Ami Colette, it is a must-have. Like, you need it in your life. I need another one in my life. So I'm gonna have my powder puff ready. This is one of the best powder puff. It is the one from Rose and Ben's Beauty. I love it so much because of the pointy situation that really gets the job done. And all the little spots. Always even out the powder in the back of your hand. And then now I'm gonna have it ready. I'm gonna go back to my under eyes. Make sure that I don't have any little creases. Which, trust me, you're gonna have some creasing going on in there. So you always have to go back with your brush and blend them before you apply the powder, because if not, you're gonna set the creases and you're gonna have a mess under your eye. Now that everything is blended, I'm gonna stay looking up and I'm gonna press my powder really good in here. Press, press, press. Now that both of my under eyes are set, I'm gonna go back and blend the other areas. And make sure that you blend this right on top of the spots that you apply them. Now I'm gonna use whatever I have left on my powder puff. And I'm gonna apply right here on top of my pore area to minimize the look of pores even more. And the reason why I'm telling you to use whatever powder you have left on your powder puff and don't go back and apply more powder is because you don't want to end up applying too much powder right here on top of your pores, because that will make them look worse. Now we're gonna apply some powder bronzer, and I'm gonna be using this one from Tom Ford. This is on the shade Gold Dust. I'm not sure if they have this baby available anymore, but if I'm not mistaken, I think this was one of the first luxury bronzers I got. And I'm gonna be using this brush from Sonia G, and then I'm gonna apply my bronzer right on top of my cream bronzer in the same spot. It's okay if you end up applying bronzer on top of your blush, because we're gonna go back and apply more blush. But now this time it's gonna be powder blush. And it's okay if you apply the bronzer right on top of the blush, because we're gonna go back and apply powder blush. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more right here on the tip of your brow and on your forehead. Oh my gosh, how is this gonna be possible? We forgot, well, we almost forgot something that we can forget. The jawline, babe. I didn't apply cream contour on my jawline, and I can apply bronzer without the contour. So I'm gonna go back with the Chanel Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream, and back with my Scott Barnes brush, the 65. Let me pick up a good amount. And you're gonna apply the cream bronzer right on top of your natural shadow. Like, you see how you see the natural shadow right here? That's where you wanna apply the product at first. I like to connect it right here. And then after you have the product sitting right on top of your natural shadow, you're gonna start blending it down. Just like this. Not up, down. Back with the powder bronzer, and I'm gonna apply it right on top of the cream. bronzer that I just put on, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna connect it right here. I'm gonna apply the product and I'm gonna blend it down a little bit more than normal right here on my lower chin. Apply the product, blend it down, connect. That's simple. Please, you can't forget to contour your jawline. That makes a huge difference. No wonder I kept looking at myself and I'm like, damn, I'm looking a little round still. I'm looking a little off. And it was the jawline. We're done with the powder bronzer, with the cream bronzer. Now we need some more blush and highlighter. I'm gonna be using, for blush, yes, I know which one I'm gonna be using. And it's gonna be this one right here from Tilbury. This is exactly what we need. And I'm gonna be applying it with the Rose and Ben's Beauty, the C41. Oh my God, I got something in my eye. Look at this pink blush. Yes. We need a lot of it. Don't forget the nose and the chin. If you want to look like you're really cold, you have to make sure that you apply the pink blush on your nose and a little bit more than normal. Remember that for a lot of people, the first thing that gets pinky and red when they're super cold, it's the nose. I need my under eyes to look even a little bit more pinky than this. And for that, I'm gonna be using Ultra Pink from One Size. It doesn't get more pinky than this when it comes to pink loose powder. And I'm gonna be picking up whatever I have right here. With the other side of my powder puff, I'm gonna pick up whatever I have going on right on top. I'm gonna even it out the back of my hand. And I'm gonna apply it where my concealer meets my blush, right here. Don't apply it right under your eyes. And no, you want it right here. And I am basically going under my eyes, but I'm just not bringing it all the way up here. I'm keeping it right here. You see how everything looks a little bit more pinkier now in this side than this one? That's exactly what I wanted. We are done here with the pink powder. Now we need some highlighter, and I have the perfect highlighter for this look, and it is this one right here from the Dior Face Palette. This it's exactly what we need. I'm gonna be applying it with the brush number 90 from the Sephora Pro collection. I'm gonna dig in there. You're about to see this magic. The best way for you to apply highlighter is put your mirror up and look up at your mirror. This way you're gonna be able to see this little bone right here a lot better. And this is exactly where you're gonna be applying your highlighter. Right here. See that? Oh my gosh, babe, this pink highlighter, it is so stunning. You have to make sure that you round it off right here around your eye. Apply a little bit right here on the peak of your forehead. I'm gonna pick up a tiny bit of this one, the white one. And I'm gonna apply only right here, right on top of the pink, but I'm not gonna bring the white one all the way like back, and I'm not gonna round it off around my eye. I only want a tiny bit of this one right here, kind of to like make everything pop a little bit more. I'm gonna need a little bit more of my Charlotte Tilbury pink blush. And where is my blush brush? Whatever, I'm gonna be using the A22 from Morphe and Makeup by Ariel. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more. And when you're creating this little cold makeup look, you also have to apply some pink blush right here. You know how we be applying highlighter on the top of our lip, like on our little cubist bowl? You're gonna apply blush, and then I'm also gonna apply highlighter. And of course, the same highlighter that I was using before, the one from Dior, the pink one. And I'm gonna be using the Rare Beauty highlighter brush. And I just need a little tiny bit right here on top. I have to contour my nose, and I'm gonna be using the Artist Sculpt from Makeup Forever. This is the shade S430. This is the perfect shade for nose contour. Look at that. Look how cool tone it is. I'm gonna be picking up a little bit with the 64 brush from Scott Barnes. And I'm gonna create 2 lines right on the side of my nose. And then also right here at the bottom. This is gonna make my nose look shorter. Then I'm gonna start from the bottom up. And I'm gonna flick it right here by the bottom of my brow. If you have a little wide nose like mine, I recommend you to apply a little bit right here on the little side of your nose. And then now you're gonna create a line right here to make your nose look a little bit more buttony. Now with the Patrick Ta nose contour brush, instead of me blending it down like this, I'm gonna blend it like this in. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want to make these 2 lines wider. I want to keep them together. And when you blend it like this, you kind of spread in the product, and the lines are gonna be a lot thicker. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna pat, and I'm doing this very softly. On the bottom, you can just go like this. Same thing on the side. And right here. I'm gonna grab a little bit of my loose powder with my powder puff, and I'm gonna apply right here down the side of my nose. I picked up a little bit more because I kind of want to bake my nose. And I'm also gonna apply some right on the center and on the peak of my nose. We're gonna leave the nose alone. We're gonna leave it cooking. Now for the eyes, we're gonna be using this baby right here from Natasha Denona. This is the Love and Face Palette. It's about to be Valentine's Day, which is my birthday. I remember that this baby came out last year, if I'm not mistaken, for Valentine's Day. I have to get everything that comes out on Valentine's Day just because it's my birthday. Hello. So we're gonna be creating a look using everything right here. All right, so of course I still have to do my brows and a few other things, but this is the look that I came up with using this palette right here. Let me show you how I did it. First, you already know, we're gonna tape it up. After you have the tape in place, we're gonna prime the lids, and of course, I'm gonna be using my Holy Grail eye primer from Pomegranate. I'm gonna make sure that I apply a good amount up in here. All the way on my lid. I'm gonna start using the E28 from Rose & Ben's Beauty, and the first shade that we're gonna pick up, it's gonna be this one right here, the light pink. And we're gonna pack this on right in the inner corner of the crease. Just like this. With the same brush, now I'm gonna be picking up this one, and I'm gonna be packing this one right on the outside area of my crease. Just like this, and I'm gonna connect both of them. Now I'm wiping down my brush, and now that I have both of the colors that I want on my crease, I'm gonna go back with the first shade, the light pink, and I'm gonna intensify the pigment even more. So So I'm gonna make sure that I build it up in here really nice and neat. These shades are really pigmented. The same way they look on the pen, they look on your eyes. And then now I'm picking up the darkest one and let's build it up even more. I'm wiping down the brush again and I'm gonna be picking up a little bit more of the light pink, and then now I'm gonna use it to blend the edges of this dark pinky shade right here. I'm basically blending everything right here by my brow bone. And I'm doing the tapping technique, no blending. Now with a little blending brush, I'm gonna be using the mini booster from Sonia G. I'm gonna be picking up this one right here, the dark plumpy shade. And I'm gonna apply this right on my outer V, and I'm gonna blend it in slow circular motions right in place. Now with my worker brush from Sonia G and my Intensify wand from Palmograph, I'm gonna pick up a little bit directly with my brush. You know how we be doing with this product. If you don't have this, just wet your brush. And we're gonna be hitting the shade Affinity. This one right here, it's like pinky little flakes. And this is gonna go from the inner corner of my lid all the way to the half of my lid, right here. Perfect. I'm gonna apply whatever I have left right here on my brow bone. And then now I'm gonna go back with the little blending brush and I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of this shade, and I'm gonna make a transition between the dark plumpy shade and the shimmery. So I'm gonna apply this right here between these two shades. And I'm gonna go back and forth, back and forth. Perfect. Just for the sake of the video, and just because we have it right here in the same palette that we're using, with the worker brush from Sonia G, with the packing brush that you were using to apply the shimmer on your lid, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this highlighter shade, and I'm going to pop it right on my tear duct. This is just an extra step that you really don't have to do. But if you want to do it, if you're using the same palette, it's gonna give you more of like a little pop-in, intense look. If you're using another palette and you don't have this highlighter, you can just use any other highlighter. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more and I'm gonna apply it right under my brow. Perfect. Now I'm gonna remove the tape, and you already know that you're gonna have a little patch right there, but it's super easy to fix. You're gonna go back with your concealer brush and you're just gonna use whatever you have left over here from when you were blending your concealer and just pat, pat, pat. It's gonna be so easy to fix. And then now go back with your powder puff and same thing. Use whatever powder you have there and just pat right here in this area where you have the tape. And that's it. Nothing happened. For my lower lash, I'm gonna be using my flat definer from Sonia G. Where is my little brush? Right here. Let me wipe it down. The first shade that we're gonna use is gonna be light pink, and I'm gonna apply it all along my lower lash. Now with the same brush, we're gonna go back with this one, and I'm gonna apply it right on top. And then to give this eye look even more depth, I'm gonna pick up with the side of the brush a little bit of this dark plumpy shade, and I'm gonna smudge it out right on top of my lower lashes. And I'm gonna connect it right here with my outer V. Now I almost poked my freaking eye. We're gonna do some mascara. You go do your lashes. You saw me doing this a million of times. So I'm gonna do my mascara off camera. Here you have the eye look. It looks so pretty. You know that for my eyebrows, thank God I don't have to do too much because they're microbladed. So I'm just gonna clean them out with a little wipey because I do have foundation on them. And then after I wipe them down, let me clean my lips too. I'm gonna be using the Valentino Trio Situation before I brush them up. Every time you about to do your eyebrows, before you do your eyebrows, you have to pick up a little bit of loose powder with a little tiny blending brush, and you're gonna need just a little bit. Press a little bit of loose powder on your brows and then dust it right away. This is gonna dry your brows out. It's gonna make sure that they're not wet, that they don't have no oil, no foundation. Nothing there that is just not supposed to be there. Nothing slippery, nothing wet. Because if you don't set your eyebrows and you don't apply some powder on top of them before you do them, the brow pencils, the brow products are not gonna glide good. They're not gonna give you all the pigment you need. So just apply a little bit of powder really quick in there. And then right after, then go ahead and do what you gotta do. First, I like to brush them up, every little hair going in the same direction. Then I start with the liquid side, and I'm gonna create a line down here first, and then another one on top. And then I'm gonna create some little hair-like strokes. This is the best brow thingy to make hair-like strokes. Look at that. Hello. And I'm gonna fill in whatever I have to fill in. That is really not much. Same thing the other side. Hair-like strokes. Fill in a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back to the spoolie and I'm gonna brush in the liquid product that I just applied. And then now I'm gonna go and grab my Cosas brow gel, which is my favorite brow gel. Like, I'm literally running out of it. There's nothing here. I have to give myself another one. This is the shade Brown Black. It is the best one in my opinion because when it comes to the shade, it's not too warm and it's not too cool. And then this is something that I recommend you if you like your brows to stay in place throughout the whole entire day. But at the same time, you don't like your brows to be hard and stiff. I'm gonna go back with the Dior Face Palette and I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of highlighter. Let's go in with a little bit of the pinky one. I wish this thing had a mirror. How annoying is that? And I'm gonna apply a little bit of the pink right here in the same spot that I applied the blush before. And then now I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the white one and I'm gonna apply it on the bridge of my nose and on the peak of my nose. Perfect. I cleaned my lips before, so I'm gonna go back with my highlighter brush. Where are you? I just put you down, the one from Mer Beauty, and I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of the pinky highlighter and I'm gonna reapply right here on top of my cubist bowl. I'm gonna go back with a little bit more of blush too. I'm using the same highlighter blush because we're gonna be mixing these two situations out right here, so it doesn't really matter. I'm thinking about what I want to do with my lips. I don't know. I have this Fenty Beauty. This is one of the Velvet liquid lipsticks. Let me see the shade really quick. This is the shade Sea Sweetheart. I think it's pinky. It is. And it's actually something like what I want to do. So I'm gonna be lining my lips with the same lip liner that I used at the beginning of the video, the one from One Size on the shade Shy But Fly. And I'm gonna line them up and I'm gonna fill them on the sides. First, I'm gonna use two different lip liners. This one, that is the lightest one. And then I'm gonna go with something a little darker so we can get a little bit more definition. Girl, how annoying is that? I thought I was recording and I guess I wasn't. My camera card got full, so I needed to delete some stuff. So, like I was showing you, like I thought I was showing you, I ended up going with work from MAC. I lined my lips and then I grabbed a little bit of Sea Sweetheart from Fenty Beauty, which is this one right here. And I only applied a tiny bit on the center of my lips and I blended up with this little brush. This is the BK Beauty 207. It's for the eyes, but this is like my lip brush. I love it for the lips. And this is what we have so far. I love it. I'm not sure if I should leave it like this, matte, or should we apply some gloss on top of it? I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? I wish you could speak to me. I wish you could talk to me and tell me, leave it like that. Or no, put some gloss. I think I'm gonna apply some gloss. Oh no, maybe not. I'm always wearing gloss. Let's just leave it like this, matte. I really super mega extra love the way that this look came out. So much, so much. This is exactly what I was looking for. I hope all of you guys love it. If you do, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and I love you to the moon and back. Mwah! See you on the next one.